Hello students, let's read this problem together. The Smiths family monthly budget comes out to $2,000 in total, and it is represented by the following table. What percentage of the combined total of their food and clothing does the Smiths family budget represent? So we want to make sure that we are circling and underlining the important information. And then we're going to go ahead and box in our question. What percentage of the combined total of their food and clothing does the Smiths family budget represent? So now we're going to look at the question, and it's about percentage. So when we have percentage, we want to set up some kind of percent proportion. So we're going to go ahead and do a percent box. When we make our percent box, we want to make sure that we're going to put the part and the total. There's always going to be two types of numbers in this percent proportion because we're trying to go from regular numbers to percents. We will have regular numbers and then we will have percent numbers. So in this problem, the part that we are interested in is the food and clothing. So that's the part that we want. And the total has already been given to us in the table, so we don't need to add up all of the amounts. And then we know that the question is asking for a percentage. So our answer needs to be in percentage. And so that's going to help us fill in this percent box. Okay, so first let's talk about the totals. We know that $2,000 is the total amount of money. So we will put that here. That's a regular number. Now, $2,000 is the entire budget. So it represents 100% of their budget. They cannot spend more than 100%. That's their entire budget. That's everything they have to work with. So that's 100%. So you see how in the bottom we have two totals, but it's the same thing. It's in regular number, it's $2,000. And in percent, $2,000 represents 100%. Now, in our question, they're asking what percentage. So we need an answer that is a percent. So right here in percent, that's the part that we're looking for. The part of food and clothing, but in percent. So where are we going to get the number for food and clothing in a regular number that's money? Exactly, from our table. So we have food and clothing. So we're going to go ahead and put those two together. And we're going to add them. 600 plus 300 is 900. So the part that they spend on food and clothing is $900. So we're going to go ahead and put that in our percent box. Now we have everything we need to solve this proportion. So we have 900 over 2,000 is equal to x over 100. So we can cross multiply, use our cross products. 2,000 times x is 2,000x. And that is equal to 900 times 100, which is 9 with 4 zeros, 90,000. Okay, so we have a one-step equation now, and we can solve our one-step equation to find the value of x. So 2,000x is equal to 90,000. Okay, so since we are solving an equation, we want to do the same thing to both sides, and we want our x, our variable, to be isolated. So whatever is with the x, we need to work with. And in this case, it's the coefficient 2,000. So in order To eliminate the 2,000, I can divide by 2,000 because 2,000 divided by 2,000 will give me 1, and that will just be 1x, which is perfect. But whatever I do to one side of an equation, I have to do it to the other, so I will also divide by 2,000 on this side. So 2,000, we can eliminate the zeros because we're simplifying by dividing both of those by 1,000. 90,000 divided by 1,000 is 90. 2,000 divided by 1,000 is 2. So now all we have to do is 90 divided by 2, which would give us 45. So x equals 45. But remember, x is in the percent side of our percent box, so that would be 45%. So food and clothing combined uses up 45% of the budget. So our correct answer is C, 45%.